Life is precious, and we all have the opportunity of living it to the fullest. Unfortunately, so few of us know how to manage it all. How do we account for our opportunities? How do we account for our time? How do we account for our relationships, health, spirituality, homes, finances, influence, and careers? How do we account for the one life we have to live? I am so glad you asked. In this program, you will find answers to all of these questions and more. Welcome to the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore.
What's happening, everybody? I want to welcome you back to another episode of the Account for Your Life podcast. Jay Moore, the healthy accountant, helping you to account for your life. And today we're going to talk about something that may be even controversial for many people when it comes to a topic of being powerful. How to use your God-given superpower, how to use it. And today I'm going to unpack briefly, because obviously this is only a 15, maybe 20-minute talk of discussion, something that we probably can discuss for many weeks to come. But I want to welcome you to a new month. Today is March the 1st of 2023. We've already put 2 months behind us. And what an awesome and incredible opportunity to be alive. Man, what an awesome and incredible opportunity to be alive. Welcome to March. Let's plan to do something great. And the reason why I say let's plan to do something great is because to activate your superpower, there has to be a plan. There has to be something that you're looking for. There has to be something that you're pressing towards. There has to be a picture of something that you are looking to have in your life. Yes, have. And so today we're going to look at how you actually activate it. And I'm just going to use kind of like how I've experienced using it myself. Right. Even down to yesterday, last night. So I've been thinking about, really next level things and kind of how can I take myself from point A to point B, all the way to point Z. And it always just comes down to like a decision. It always comes down to, the fact that, hey, you want to go this way. Then that means you have to just make a decision to get there. And that decision is going to question whether or not you really want to get there. What am I talking about? Here's what I'm talking about. The decision that you make, right? The decision that you make to say, you know what, man, I'd like to start that business. Then that means you're going to have to literally start the business. But you're going to wake up and it's going to be like, well, where am I going to get customers? Oh my goodness, man, I don't have a website. Oh man, I don't have any money. Like you'll start making up reasons why it's going to be hard. Why it's going to be hard to do it. We can use, losing weight. Losing weight is like, hey, well, I've got these extra 20 pounds on me. And so how can I take the 20 pounds off? All of a sudden the answers will come and say, well, man, that means I can't eat chocolate. Man, that means I can't eat, I can't eat my chicken, my fried chicken. Man, that means I can't eat all those nice sweets that I love to eat. Oh my goodness, I can't eat. Well, you said you wanted the 20 pounds off. So if you want the 20 pounds off, really the fastest way to get the 20 pounds off is not to go to the gym. Oops. See, most people think, well, if I just go to the gym. Now, I go to the gym every day. But I can tell you most people are not going to lose all their weight because they hit the gym, because they have a trainer. Now, if you have a trainer, that may help. But here's the thing. The trainer's not with you when you're eating. So really, we come to a point where we say this is what I desire. And then immediately a decision comes. See, your superpower is wrapped up in the fact that you just got to make a decision. Like that's one of the things you have to do to access it. Make a decision. Once you make a decision, then all the steps will line up in front of you. It's kind of like, well, man, I want to kind of like change my diet. Yes, I would like to change my diet from being so fatty to being more lean. Yes, I eat a lot of fatty foods, and that fat is not good for me, which means that as soon as I say I would like to do that, all of a sudden it says, well, okay, well, don't don't use the oil, right? When hey, if you're gonna eat egg whites. Oh, okay. Just eat egg whites. Okay. If you're going to eat eggs, eat egg whites. And if you could probably have one and then maybe three egg whites. And well, maybe instead of using all that oil, like don't now you can use a little bit of just a tiny bit, but don't be trying to use a bunch of oil. Oh, you're sauteing your chicken. You gotta be careful there. That oil that's going in. Oh, I gotta change that too. Yeah, you gotta change that too, Jay. So what happens is every time we make a decision, all the steps line up. For the person that's looking for the steps, you got the steps in front of you. Now I'm gonna get to really how you actually use this God-given superpower because that's what I said that you should be able to do, or how you can actually use it. But I'm gonna tell you what the problem is. Here's the first problem. I went to Google. I said, hey, Google, what's a superpower? It says excessive or superior. Then it says an extremely powerful nation. So they're not even talking about people. An international governing body able to enforce its will upon the most powerful states. That's a superpower. An extremely powerful company or organization. A power or ability of the kind possessed by superheroes, a superhuman power. Superheroes. One of these movies that I like to watch a lot, anytime it comes on TNT or TBS, Avengers. I don't know why. It doesn't matter. Endgame, Infinity Wars, regular Avengers. If it comes on, and especially when it comes on Saturday nights, I ain't doing nothing out. And it has commercials. It's funny because I could access it on one of the apps that we got in the house, but I don't typically use any other apps. If I watch TV, I just turn the TV on and I'll flick around until I find things. And then when commercials come on, I'll flick to something else. So I'll go and watch the Avengers. Why do I like the Avengers? I don't know. It's not that technically, it's not because I'm like, oh, they're superheroes. I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I like that movie. But here's the thing. What if I told you are an Avenger? You have a superpower and it's God given. Yes, I have a superpower. Now, here's how I access my superpower. Just last night before I went to sleep, and I accessed it this morning. Here's how I did it. Here's how I use it. I made a decision. Remember, you make a decision. I made a decision that as soon as my body opens its eyes or wakes up, and it's around 4:00, get up. No, because my body has been doing that for months and months and months and months, but I won't get up. I'll just sleep to about 5:45, 6:00. I said, all right, already. I made a decision. If my body wakes up and it's 4:00, 4:30, whatever time, I'm going to get up. I saw the time. It was about 4:30. I got up at 4:42. I said, okay, fine, got up. But what I did before I went to sleep is I said, well, I'm going to do it. I told myself I'm going to do it. See, the way you access and use your superpower is your superpower is called expectation. Your superpower is not the fact that you're strong. The superpower is not that you can just do some magical thing. Your superpower is that you can expect that something will happen. I'm going to say it again. Your superpower is that you can expect that something will happen. You don't know for sure it's going to happen, do you? You don't. But you can expect it. And by expecting it, it comes. I'll say that again. By expecting it, it comes. I can stop right here. You want to use your God-given superpower? Expect it. Expect it. You want to make more money? Expect it. You want to do the other things? Expect it. Literally expect it, kind of like a kid. When kids, with kids, birthdays come and Christmas comes, they're just happy. They're just expecting the gifts. They know the gifts are coming. They just expect it until we beat it out of them and they don't expect it anymore. So you want to use your God-given superpower. It's so simple. I desire to wake up when my body says time to get up. Body woke up and I just got up. Right? So then it's like, okay, wow. Then I can say, hey, I've got some other goals. Right? And the other goals has to do with some of the things that I really want to help people to do. Now, here's the thing. Because I want to help people to do it, you got to be able to do it. I'm going to say it again. Because you want to help people do it, you got to be able to do it. You have to really be able to do it. And so I said, you know what? There's something that I really want to help people to do, especially this right here. I said, but let me go. I'm going to get my results this month. I'm going to get my results this month. And I'm going to show, here's my results. Here's what I did. Look at that. I did it. I can show you how to do it because I watched myself do it. I used this superpower. See, it's funny, right? Because when God gives you your assignment, you don't know exactly how the assignment is going to work for you. I'm going to say it again. When you start seeking first the kingdom, you don't know exactly what the assignment is and how the assignment is going to work for you. You have no idea. Listen, when I started doing this podcast, the Enlightenment broadcast and this, that, and because I've shared this story and I'll keep sharing it over and over. Why? Because it's the origin of how it started. I was a kid. I had joined the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of God. And the kingdom of God, they start walking me around. The first room they took me in was the assignment room. They said, all right, well, you're in now. You got through the door. Jesus Christ, I accepted the door, but I didn't stay at the door. I did. Okay, for Christians, I'm going to get close. I didn't stay in front of Jesus Christ. I accepted him and his countenance on my life, and I walked into the kingdom. And now he's still at the door, guys, because he's ushering people in. I'm now in the kingdom where then God himself is walking. He walks me into the first room, which was the room of assignments. That's where you go first. He's going to take you to the room. Well, I'm not ready for the assignment. He's like, well, you ready? How does God know you're ready? Because he's looking at the person that he built. It's kind of like the car. Like I can look outside, and if I brought the maker of the Acura MDX, if I brought the person that designed the car, he could just come and know exactly everything about the car. Okay, yeah, this thing does that, and this thing does that, and this thing. He just knows. So God looks at you and sees what he built. He is not paying attention. God is not paying attention to the problems, to the issues, to the situations that you've been in. He's only looking at who you are and who he knows you are. And he's like, here's the room of assignments, guys. Bring you in. He's like, and then he just hands you a card. Yeah, hand you, and I'm using this just to tell you a story here, guys. You don't get it. Technically, you're not going to get a card, but just think of it like that. You walked into the kingdom. Or let's look at the kingdom as a big government building like the White House or the Capitol building here in DC. And you walked in, you went past the door, and there's rooms everywhere. There's artifacts, there's all kinds of things there. And you walk in, first room is assignment, and you get a card and they say, it's a Enlightenment broadcast. What's that? Okay. And it just says take your phone and talk to it. And then just talk about being motivated. What am I doing this for? And they just look at you and say, that's your assignment. Do it. See, in using your superpower, what happens is you're going to get this assignment, and then that assignment is to build your superpower. But here's the thing. I could not expect who I could be today because I didn't understand where I was going, but I still went. I still went because I expected that the kingdom had something for me. The kingdom was making me into a new person, making you into a new person. Yes. So let me ask you a question. Think about this. There's a person within you that you long to be. Come on now. There's a person within you that you long to be. Who's that person? When you think of that person, like, how do you feel about that person? This morning as I was sitting down and I'm looking at my goals, and do you know, I looked at my goals this morning and I said, what? I said, this is what I will do. Do you know how excited I got? Like, I almost shed a tear because I was just like, what? I'm like, are you serious? See, your superpower, you have to believe it first. But you don't actually have to believe. You don't have to take it to the point where it's where it's where you put like blocks and limits and obstacles in front of you. You just get excited about it because look, in order to have anything you got to feel it on the inside. See, but I'm asking you this question. What's pulling you? There's something on the inside of you that's pulling you. That's what you have to access. That's you asking to come out. That's you. You've been neglecting this person because it feels weird if you were to just go all in on that guy, on that young lady. See, your superpower is simple. It's not the fact that you're gifted at playing music or any of those things. It's to expect. It's to expect. If you wrote a goal, you know you hit that goal. You're expecting it. And by expecting it, your body, your mind, and your spirit comes in harmony with each other. Now I'm going to document this and I'm going to talk about this the whole month. I think this is the topic for the month: superpower usage, the expectation, the power, this ability that superheroes possess, that you and I possess, that you can access. Look, the kingdom of God is so simple. You enter and the benefits are yours. They're yours. Do not place a limit. Do not place an obstacle. Do not allow yourself to believe any lie about you. What is the lie? Here's one of the lies that you tell and that I've told myself, man, I need more. I got to get more skills. There's a skill that you possess right now. That's $1 million business. One skill, you already got it. You just haven't accessed the power of expectation. If you could just take the one skill that you already have and expect that it could actually happen, but then follow the path through, even though it's going to get very uncomfortable. I got some uncomfortable days ahead of me. I do. But you know what? I'm looking forward to it. So guys, if you're going to use your superpower, right, it starts with your expectation of who God created you to be. That's where it starts. And if you can expect that you were created in the image and the likeness of the Most High God, you will access this superpower today. Access it today. Come back tomorrow. We do this podcast. We do this live recording every day at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So we're here every day, 9 a.m. Eastern time on Facebook and on YouTube. Make sure you're here every day this month. And then invite some other people. Let some other people know, hey, man, you want to access your superpower? You may want to listen to this podcast. You may want to jump on live. Now, it's posted to my podcast sites, Google, what do you call them? Apple and Spotify and those places. It goes live there at 10 a.m. But I believe it's 3 o'clock on Apple. So Spotify gets it at 10. But the rest of them, I think, gets it at 3 p.m. So use your superpower by expecting the best and forgetting the rest. Guys, I appreciate you for joining me for this episode of the I AFYL Podcast. Guys, I need subscribers on YouTube. Would you go to YouTube and subscribe to The Healthy Accountant? Man, The Healthy Accountant I would love for man to get 1,000 subscribers this month. So that means if you can help, if you can subscribe, and if you can share this broadcast with other people, I appreciate you. I would just be indebted to you. God bless you guys, and I will see you on the next episode. Peace.
Thanks for joining us, listening friends. We are so glad you invested this time with us. Always remember, you only have one life to live, so live it to the fullest. This has been the Account for Your Life podcast with your host, the healthy accountant himself, Jay Moore. Until next time, make it a great day.